Hey everyone, how's it going? So, yesterday I went down to the rally to reoccupy Portland and had some interesting experiences. Before it was time for the rally to start, I was walking around the waterfront area to see if anyone was down at Seven Springs Fountain, and I started talking to people, um, letting them know about the National Defense Authorization Act that has passed in Congress or the Senate that allows the U.S. military to arrest and detain American citizens without cause beyond accusations of being an enemy combatant. So basically, if you're accused of being an enemy combatant, the military can arrest you and lock you up, not give you the right to a trial, and the president gets to decide the rules of evidence and the rules of the trial if you have a trial. And it's pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing bill. Check it out. It's NDAA. And anyway, I was going around and telling folks about this bill, and I got varied responses. Some people were receptive, and others were very standoffish. I ended up, because I was holding a sign and I had my backpack with me, I ended up saying, um, "Excuse me, my name is Jace. I am a small business owner and a resident of Vancouver, and I'm here today to I'm out here today to um, come out for the rally at 2 o'clock for Occupy Portland." And I started letting them know about this bill. And before I started introducing myself like that, one woman I talked to, um, she essentially like hid behind a sign and ran from me pretty much. I found it astonishing. Anyway, that was one experience, and for the most part, people were fairly receptive. I talked to probably about 7 or 8 groups of people, and most everyone was at least somewhat listening. In our culture, it seems that it's so unusual to even make eye contact with a quote unquote stranger, although I don't know what someone you don't know is stranger then. Um, but so I went around and I talked to these folks. Now, after I did that, a friend of mine offered a talk titled Art of Transformation. Her name is Lisa Edwards, and she's a spiritual teacher. I call her a spiritual teacher. And she spoke about how our thoughts are energy and how we are the artists of our lives and what that has to do with the Occupy movement, in particular, what people were doing there yesterday. So, what I understand right now is, oh, that's right. I was talking to this guy who was a part of Occupy, and I was telling him that I was going around and talking to people about the bill, the NDAA bill, and he said to me, "Oh, everyone knows about that. That's the most talked about thing right now." And I let him know that none of the people I talked to knew about it. And once we assume that something is widely known and uh, doesn't need to be talked about because everyone already knows, then we're doing ourselves and everyone else a disservice. So, uh, okay, so one of the things I'm realizing right now is the Occupy movement. We would do well. It would serve us well to encourage people to be connected to the parts of them that give them power. So, there are a lot of issues that we would like to see addressed. People aren't people who aren't connected with the movement are more likely to listen to the message when they feel empowered. Um, a chant that someone mentioned, suggested last night, is every voice has power, um, something like that. And I think that it would be great to create some sort of campaign. Maybe it's a YouTube video where people say something like, "I know my voice has power. I am Occupy." Something like that. Um, power, power comes from within, not from wealth. I am powerful. Um, something along those lines. All right, I'm gonna end this video because it's getting a bit long. Talk to y'all soon.